welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you guys some of the fall items that I will be using these next coming months, and I wanted to share them with you guys. These are items that I have used in the past fall months, and I feel like I've been gravitating towards a lot lately, and I feel like they're just going to be really great staple products for me for the next couple months, and items I'm really going to be using a lot. So here in Florida, we get fall, but it's not really like fall like in most states, because we don't have like the change in leaves and things like that. It's not really like a super dramatic winter or fall months over here, but it does get cool. By cool I mean like in the 50s, maybe the 40s. So for me at this time of the year, this is the time of year that my skin gets driest, and it doesn't get completely dry where I feel like, but it does get drier than it does in the summer. And I wanted to kind of just share with you the items I would use to kind of revive my skin during this time, and the makeup products that I love to wear in these months. So starting off with moisturizer, I'm going to be sharing with you the moisturizer that I love the most, and this is not just great for fall, this is great for all times of the year, and this is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Cream. I have mentioned this in a favorites video because it is that phenomenal, and the thing I love about this moisturizer is it doesn't feel oily or greasy on the skin. It melts into your skin rather than sit on top of your skin, and I feel like for me, for a moisturizer, that's very important because I don't like it to feel like there's a bunch of product on my skin, and moisturizers can be very thick and can be very heavy, and I personally don't like that. But this gives you the combination of moisture as well as comfort, and I really like that, and I know for the fall I will be using this a ton. The next item I am going to be sharing with you guys is the Sugar Advanced Therapy from Fresh. This lip balm is awesome. I love it because it is just the most moisturizing lip balm I think I've ever used. And for me, being that I am a nurse, I do not drink enough water sometimes, and my lips tend to get very dry and they crack easy. So I've been using this a lot for that, and it's really been helping with healing my lips and making them feel more nourished and more moisturized. And I know for the fall it's going to be the same, but a little bit worse for me because my lips get out of control dry during the fall because of the wind and the cool weather. So this will be my savior, and I know I will be going through this baby because it is just that good, and I'll probably be like lathering my lips with it every second that I can. So moving on from the moisturizing products, I'm going to share with you makeup items I am going to probably be using the most these next couple months. And when I do my makeup, I don't really do it towards like a season, but it is nice to incorporate like the typical staple items for different seasons. I know for summer I like to wear like a little bit brighter colors on my eyes and things like that, and like blush wise. And then for fall I like to bring in the warmth, even though I like warm colors all year round. I feel like for fall they just like attract me, and I love the berries and the purples during this time. So the product I'm going to share with you that I love for eyes is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. This is the original chocolate bar palette, and I love this because it's got those really deep shades that are perfect for the fall months. The shade I love the most in this is this like burgundy shade right here. I love burgundy on the eyelids during fall. I think it's such a stunning, beautiful color to have a smoke out burgundy look. I just think it's like breathtaking, and if you pair it with the right lip, like you're in there like swimwear. So I feel like this palette is really great because it's got some beautiful shimmers, it's got great mattes, it's very versatile, it's got like everything you need in one palette, which I really love. And I think that it's got like a lot of berry tones, like I mentioned before. Like that is my favorite to wear at this time of the year. So I feel like it's got that, and it's also got a really beautiful deep emerald, which I like as well. So this palette for me screams fall, and it's a great palette. I love it in itself, and I think it's a great item to have in your collection regardless of the time of year because it is just so versatile and it is a one-stop shop. So moving on from that, I'm going to share with you guys my favorite cheek products. And for me, I love like a really nice mineralized blush. For fall, I like it with a little bit of flecks of shimmer, and for me, the one that I love the most is MAC's Lovejoy. This is such a gorgeous like mauve-y shimmery tone, and it kind of illuminates your skin but makes you look very healthy and very glowy, and I like glowy skin all times of the year, but especially for fall I like to have a really nice glow to my skin, and I like my skin to look very healthy and very like like radiant, so to speak. So I feel like this does a great job of giving that nice flush of neutral color to the cheek without being overpowering. You compare it with so many different looks, as well as it gives you a nice glow to the skin as well. So this is one of my favorite blushes of all time, but this is especially great for this time of the year. Now, if you're someone who doesn't like to wear like shimmery blushes, you're more of a matte type of girl, which also is nice for fall because I feel like warm matte blushes look really nice as well. I suggest the NARS Doucer blush, and this one is really ugly looking in the pan, but it is a really warm brown and it looks so good on the skin. It looks ugly in the pan, like I said before, but when you apply it, it gives you a nice warm, very warm matte flush of color to the cheeks, and it's not going to give you that vibrancy that I feel like the Lovejoy does, but it is a really nice alternative if you want a matte look and you're trying to keep the skin simple and just kind of keep the focus on the eyes or the lips. I feel like this is a really great neutral blush that is very warm. The next item I'm going to share with you is bronzer. So for me, I feel like fall is like when everybody's like contouring, like you got those like chiseled cheekbones and like your contour is on fleek, and you're going to make sure that you have like the perfect bronzer. So for me, the bronzer that I love the most, and this one is completely matte. It is from Studio Gear. It is Bronze Matte Pressed Powder Bronzer, and I love this because it is not overly powering and it doesn't make my skin look too ashy or too dull. I feel like it gives you the nicest warmth when it comes to a bronzer without being over the top, and it's completely matte, but it's not like drying or anything on the skin. I think it looks really nice, and I love the contrast in compared to my skin because it's not super deep, but it's just like maybe like 2 shades deeper than my skin tone, so it complements me very well. So keeping on with the cheek products, I'm going to share with you my favorite items that I love to highlight with. And for me right now, these items have been my staple. I use them so much, and I know that I will be killing them in the next couple months. And the first one I'm going to mention is the Kathleen Lights. This is the palette she came out with Makeup Geek, and this palette is amazing, you guys. I feel like it's so great. It's so versatile. It's got shades in here that can cater towards light to medium to darker skin tones, so I feel like it's really great as far as versatility, and I really think that the pigmentation is spot on. I feel like my glow cannot get any better when I'm using this palette, and I love it, and I've been using it non-stop since I've got it. I think it's such a great product to have in your collection. If there's one thing that I'm going to share with you in this video that I think you must have, I think this is going to be it, because it is going to be limited edition, but it's just phenomenal quality, and I was very impressed. So I think that this is probably my favorite highlighting palette right now because it gives me the best pigmentation without looking over the top, and it just looks gorgeous on the skin, and it glides on, and it's just very pigmented. So I think that this is going to be something that I gravitate towards, not to mention that it's just very travel friendly, and it's great for if you're going on trips for Thanksgiving and Christmas and whatever might come your way. I think that this is really great product to have, and it's just going to be something that you will use a lot, and I guarantee that no matter who you are or what skin tone you have. So if you're not a fan of this, the next product that is a little bit easier to get your hands on is one from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the most recent one that she put out that's available in stores, not just on her website, and it is the Glow Kit in That Glow. And I love this because it's just such a great item. I think that she did a really good job of making it versatile towards so many different skin tones. I feel like this can be used on darker skin tones, medium skin tones, as well as lighter skin tones. And for me, it just complements my skin so well. I love to mix all of them together. I feel like it just makes the best color payoff on my skin tone, and it just gives me the most beautiful glow when they're all in unison together. But I love this color right here when I want a more natural glow, one that's not going to be over the top, or it just looks like, damn girl, your highlight's on fleek. Like, this is the one I go to when I don't want to like cause a scene, you know. But these two are the more vibrant of the two, and of course this one right here, which reminds me a lot of NARS Albatross because it's got that yellow sheen to it. Very beautiful. I love this palette. It's got great pigmentation as well, and I think it's a great price point for the amount of product you get. It's a really great product. So if you don't want or you can't find the Makeup Geek one, I feel like this would be a great alternative. So moving on from that, I'm going to share with you foundation. So there's one foundation that I have been particularly loving, and if you watch my channel, you know I've been including it in my last tutorial. I've mentioned it in my favorites, and I was just going on and on about how amazing it is. So for fall, like I said before, it is a very drying time of the year for your skin. So I like a foundation that is going to be a balance as far as moisturization and like a great finish. And I feel like the Josie Maran Vibrancy Fluid Foundation is the greatest foundation of all time. And I feel like it's just such a good balance as far as giving you that natural dewy skin, but not making you look oily. It doesn't make you look like you're greasy. It doesn't make you look like you have like disgusting skin. I just feel like it's just such a great balance, and you will have to blot if you do have oily skin, which I have myself, but I just think the finish is so beautiful and it's full coverage. So a little just go a long way, but it just makes your skin look so natural. It makes your skin look so fresh. I just feel like it gives you the most youthful like film over your skin, and it just makes you look so nice. And I just feel like it is not like any foundation I've used before, because it doesn't sit on your skin and it doesn't look like, oh, she's wearing foundation. It just looks like, wow, that girl has really great skin, and maybe she has a little foundation on, but it just doesn't appear to me like you have like tons of product on the face, if that makes any sense. But this foundation is amazing. I feel like it'll be perfect for the next couple months, especially if you live in a really cool climate. This will be something that is going to save your life, and it's going to save your skin, and it's going to give you a really nice hydrated, like youthful look to your skin with looking like pretty perfect, because it just covers all imperfections with like one fell swoop. So this foundation, the business. So moving on from that, I'm going to share with you concealers. Now for me, I feel like in the fall, I like to have my skin to look very like put together. I like my foundation to be like a really great coverage, because I feel like this is the time of year where I want my skin to look the most flawless, so to speak. Like whereas in summer, I feel like I like lighter foundations because it's so hot, and I don't really care if like some of my blemishes peek through or anything like that. But in fall, I like to have like pretty seamless skin. So when I use a foundation, I like to be full coverage, which is the one that I mentioned just now. And for concealer, the two concealers I've been enjoying the most is the MAC Pro Longwear. This is a staple product in my collection. I feel like you cannot go wrong with this because it's just such great coverage. It's got such awesome pigmentation. It doesn't crease in fine lines. I just love the Pro Longwear. I think it's such a fabulous concealer. And if you are not a fan of MAC products, which some people say it's very irritating to the skin, which I can see because it is a little bit on the thicker side, I suggest the Tarte. This is the Shape Tape Contour Concealer. I love this concealer. It is absolutely amazing. It's got such great coverage. Like a little bit goes a long way when I tell you that, because it is just like boom pigmentation. So these two concealers are really great. If you don't want one, you can try the other, because I feel like they will give you the most seamless skin coverage, and they will make your skin look so good and just make all your imperfections like non-existent. So lastly, I'm going to share with you guys lip products, and I feel like fall is just so good for lips. Like I feel like it is time for your lips to shine during this time of the year, because this is the time when you can rock all your like really bold, deep lips and your berry tones and your darker shades, and like no one will look at you funny if you're walking around at this time of the year with the fall lip. I feel like, even though I do it all the time, but I feel like this time of the year it's more acceptable, if that makes any sense. But the ones that I love to wear are these two in particular, and the first of which is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the lip gloss in Black Cherry. I love this lip gloss. It is phenomenal. I love the formulation. The pigmentation is superb, because literally how it looks in the container is how it's going to swatch and how it's going to apply to the lip, and it lasts for such a long time. I know that when I bought this last year, I was raving about it then too, and I just think it's such a great product. Like her lip glosses are top notch for the price point, and I think that this one is great. And I know they sell this individually and not just in like the little like holiday collections, but this one is one of my favorites of all time, because it's like the most beautiful berry tone, and it's very hydrating on the lips, and it's not very drying, because lips are already dry during fall, and I feel like sometimes you need to give your lips a break from the liquid lipstick. So this is that break with that great pigmentation, that great color payoff that I feel like most people are looking for. So moving on from that, I'm going to go towards my favorite liquid lipstick if you're into that. My favorite liquid lipstick of all time is this one from Hourglass. This is a really deep dark crimson red, and it is in the color Icon. This liquid lipstick has the best color pigmentation, it has the best formula, and I feel like it has the best longevity in comparison to any other liquid lipstick, especially for red. I feel like lots of liquid lipsticks, I haven't tried the one from Too Faced. I'm very curious because I really love their color formulation, and the like formula and the way it feels on your lips is very comfortable. But I feel like with all the liquid lipsticks that I've used in the color red, I feel like they come off so easily. They don't last as well on the lips, but this one is in for the long haul. You can literally eat meals, it will stay. You can talk someone's ear off, you can kiss your boyfriend, you can do whatever. This liquid lipstick is in for the long haul, and it is a little bit pricey, but it's so worth it. I've had this for a couple years, and I am not even halfway through with it, but I use it every opportunity that I can because it is the business. So as far as lip liners, I feel like to pair with either one of those, the ones that I love are the MAC lip pencil in Nightmoth or Vino. I don't feel like you necessarily have to get both, but one or the other is good because they're very similar in shade. You can see that the Nightmoth is just a tad bit darker, but I feel like both of them are really great if you want to add a little bit of depth and make that bold lip that much bolder. So this will complete my favorite fall items for the year, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys can maybe, you know, base up your purchases off of the items I recommended, and I hope you guys love them as much as I do. I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.